The time's come to play here in my garden of shadows.
Hello, I'm Runya, aka Media Adaptation. Welcome back to a moderation while me is fair game. And it's Friday, so that means it's time to once again continue our research into the supposedly lost anime, Saki Sanobashi, aka Go for a Punch. The 5-year-old mystery about a group of girls being locked in a bathroom and killing themselves.
Truly, it's a tale as old as time.
This would be our 6th video on the subject, so if you missed any of our others, then the link will be up in the card as well as in the insulate.
How long are we going to keep doing this anyway?
As long as people keep watching. It constantly gets some of our best numbers, so I guess we're going to do this until people get sick of it.
So basically like everything else we do.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, back to our topic. Last time, we found this image, which many viewers have called Defect Girls. And it seems to almost perfectly line up with what we're looking for. Multiple girls trapped in a bathroom, one of them with lightly colored hair, as well as the correct style of it, and even the little bit about the eyes being spaced weird. So most of the time this week, we set out to learn everything we can about them, of this image made by Vanilla in 2002. Which, in among itself, was yet another rabbit hole of headache. First, we looked into the visual novel angle, as one of our viewers found a company called Vanilla that published them. They started in 1997, and their last known work was around 2000. Well, the list on Visual Novel Database is a bit off, as I did find one or two additional ones that weren't listed on it. But none of them seem to be what we were looking for, as the titles themselves are very limited, even for back then. So yeah, a ton of research, and pretty much left with very little to show for it. But one of our viewers, who goes by the name Cynical Kazu, went above and beyond with his work, trying multiple reverse image searches, and got some luck with the Wayback Machine, and managed to find it on the Tamboro website. The artist's name was Vanilla Nicola, and the first mention of this image was in 2015, but the comments confirmed that it's at least 10 years older, so putting it at the 2002-2003 mark. I also found them on Zero-chan, and most of their work is based on other projects, so there is a chance that this could have been based on our missing anime. I did send an email to them, but haven't heard anything back as of writing the script. So that's where we stand on it for now. So one of our other viewers suggested that we look into the anime Tokyo Revelations, part of the Shin Megami Tensei franchise, made back in '95. And it's actually the second anime, as the first one is Digital Devil Saga, which preceded it in '87. But I guess we'll look at that one next time. The story itself makes very little sense, as a guy who's working for a demon tries to reconnect with a guy he had a crush on way back when, but gets jealous when he finds out he has other friends. So he goes to a demon lesbian orgy, as you tend to do, to get them to kill his other friends. Again, this doesn't make very much sense, as the demons themselves don't really need him. Oh, and anyway, any real connection to the video game seems very forced, and they could have been cut from it altogether, and replaced with some generic stuff, and nothing would have been lost. So in short, this anime had the right time period, a check to gore and nudity, but it is again not what we're looking for. Okay, wait a minute, something just felt weird. The main protagonist has powers that is far beyond him. An old friend shows up to try and kill his other friends, and we have powerful otherworldly lesbians. Was this the secret inspiration for the Steven Universe movie? Prove me wrong, Internet. Please God do. And another thing we were asked to look at this time was the manga called Laughing Vampire. And again, this one was a no. Like last time, it had the right time period, as this came out in '98. There is a plethora of gore and nudity, and it is also very messed up. Its main problem overall is that it has horrendous flow and pacing. There are scenes of really weird stuff happening, but there's a lot of nothing between them, so I really can't recommend you looking for it. And sadly to say, that's about does it for this video. Again, we spent most of our time tracking down that image, and that didn't really pan out like I would have hoped. So sadly we didn't have any time to look at any other animes. But again, feel free to suggest whatever you want for next week. But as for this one, that's all we have for now. And that about does it for this video. If you have any other ideas like seeing made into a video, then please post it down in the comments below, and we'll add it to our next viewer request week.
It's now time for the part of the show where we ask you to help us appease the YouTube algorithm by dropping a like, share, or comment. It helps out much more than you'd think.
And if you haven't subscribed yet, then it's very much appreciated. And if you'd like to support this channel, then please visit our Patreon. Link will be down in the description below. Even if you can't give a lot, every little bit helps. And I guess I'll see you in the next one. Anyway, I'm Runya.
And I'm Ada.
Remind you to take life in moderation.
Weep not, poor children, for life is this way.